right, look at Ted Cruz tonight. He's going to be the focus of a lot of attention, not only because he's tops of the polls in Iowa, but he is probably the most aggressively surging candidate. Again, it depends on your poll here, but there have been so many issues where he's been the target of attacks. I have Pat Caddell joining us. We have Mica Mosbacher, of course, big GOP fundraiser, big backer, and an early one of that of the senator, and Cruz Iowa. Mica, let me begin with you on the issue of what Ted Cruz has to do to respond to his old buddy Donald Trump not being such a buddy of late.
This is my Powerball lottery ticket, and even though I didn't win, my odds tonight are on Ted Cruz.
But that's a Fox alert that someone named Mosbacher would need to even get a Powerball ticket, but I guess...
Well, with the price of oil and gas down,
sure.
And a lot of people have bought Powerball tickets because they're worried about the economy and how they're going to feed their families.
Well played. All right, Pat Caddell, what do you think?
Well, I think he's got it. You know, it's a very important night for him. He's been under attack from Trump. He has attacked Trump. I think there are two debates going on. What is going to be their relationship tonight and what happens? And then again, what about the establishment lane, Bush, Christie, Kasich, and Rubio? And who's attacking who there? This is going to be a night where we're going to sort out people.
All right. You know, Cruz Iowa, our Fox News digital editor here, and I'm looking at this and wondering, you know, the whole Cruz-Trump thing, Chris, has been an interesting relationship. They've never really attacked each other. I suppose that ends tonight, or maybe I'm wrong. What do you think?
Well, look, I think it had already ended. Trump, talking today to Bloomberg News, made it clear that as long as Ted Cruz was willing to be subordinate, as long as he was willing to be the junior partner in this relationship, that it would be okay with Trump for them to go back, or at least reading between the lines, it would be okay if they went back to non-aggression status if Cruz was willing to appreciate, approve, love, and delight in all things Donald Trump. But Cruz can't do that anymore. It's too late now, and it's too close to caucus day in Iowa, so he's got to suck it up. He's going to have to fight it out with Donald Trump, and this is going to be a big, hard fall one of these two guys is going to take.
Mica, this whole citizenship issue that is brought up, you could argue, well, it's only an issue now that he's surged in the polls. But I think what Trump was saying in a number of remarks is, well, do you really want to give Democrats legal fodder to protest his candidacy and question whether he can run, that he's not a natural-born citizen? Most lawyers tell me it's not the case. He is. He would be considered one. But he's obviously adding an element of doubt. If you're close between candidates, don't make it Cruz because you never know. What do you think?
Well, some of it's Canadian pork. I think Donald Trump is doing Ted Cruz a favor by bringing up this issue right now. The natural citizenship has not been defined clearly in the Constitution. It is vague. So let's get it over with. Get it on the table so that we don't have a sideshow.
It won't be settled here tonight.
No, it won't be, but I think it will be a non-issue by the time we have a nominee.
All right, Pat, what do you think of that? Will it be a non-issue?
Well, I think, unfortunately, it's an issue now. It's distracting from Ted Cruz's issue. And I think Trump has kind of orchestrated it sort of in a masterful way, frankly, just as he did with Hillary and Bill Clinton. He's got a different instinct about politics. But look, we are at a moment after the State of the Union where the country is out of the box. We have all of these things that happen. Yes, you know, the seizing of our boats, our prisoners, all of that, China, the collapse of the stock market.
This might not measure up.
All of that feeds Trump.
Okay.
That's why he needs to go for.
All right.
I'm sure you'll go to the big picture.
Gotcha. I want to bring Chris in. Last comment on this. Do you think, Chris, this amounts to an issue that is settled here tonight or drags on for a while?
It'll drag on for a while. The context for it is Ted Cruz viable? The more viable Ted Cruz is, the harder Donald Trump is going to push on his covert Canadian status, and that's just the name of the game for Cruz. And I think your other guess is quite right. It will be there until a court says this is the law of the land.
All right, guys, I want to thank you.
Iowa's going to be fun. It's going to be a knockdown.
All right, that's great, Pat. I beg you, Pat, to stop. I love you dearly. All right, when we come back, we're going to have a great read on the media trying to connect how a debate like this compares to Jimmy Fallon. We have an answer after this.